In Montreal, 70,000 households move on the same day. Have you ever tried to haul a fridge up a rickety spiral staircase? Thousands of Quebecers do it on a singular summer's day, one that can be best explained as some kind of collective psychosis moving day. Elsewhere in Canada, last year, upward of 250,000 people across the province moved on or around July 1st. As the provinces, has he moved on July 1st? Oh, yes, the tradition dates back to 1750, where French settler and New France intendant deigned May 1st to be moving day. The decree was formed. The bill's passage extended the end date of all leases from April 30th to June 30th, a grace period that was meant to be transitional. However, related video Montreal housing crisis had many scrambling ahead of moving day provided by Global News. The Great Montreal Upheaval. Moving day preparations begin in earnest a month or two ahead of time, when the nomadic masses begin collecting boxes and sorting their belongings. Marie Kondo-wannaves pile up their furniture, old clothes, dog-eared paperbacks, outgrown kids' toys, and damaged kitchenware, on the sidewalk in chaotic stacks, abandoned in the rush to purge belongings. Last year, the as much as possible, but a lack of understanding of what can and can't be recycled means a lot ends up in landfills. Many more tons, and when it comes to moving day madness, voluminous quantities of garbage is matched only by an almost comical amount of road construction. Another thing is, the woman desperately waved her arms, frantically flagging down the truck of professional mover Jonathan Paintjod. She'd seen his truck. I pulled over. What's wrong? Possibly, every Montrealer has a moving day tale of woe. Absentee you or, for him, the chaos begins in April, when he begins hiring workers. By mid-May, during moving season, his crew of 30 movers and 8 trucks are in constant rotation. Every other moving
Raindrop, truck top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park,